In relation to my last video where I made the observation that I kept chasing the experience of opening up with women on that first date, but what I really enjoyed and I was addicted to was being completely open with a new person where I was 100% myself, honest. I didn't hold anything back. And subsequently, the insight of perhaps the drug that I was addicted to was being completely open and honest with somebody else. Something that we're given less permission to do these days, especially with political correctness, especially with men, not being able to just honestly say and express who you are. It got me thinking in response to guys saying, see, big mistake to open up and be vulnerable with who you are to any woman, as though it's common sense not to. But here's something I want you to think about, gentlemen. Really? Is it a mistake to do so? And why I would say that is because, is it a mistake because you fear losing her? Isn't the greater tragedy you keeping yourself from being as honest as you can be? And if she goes, fuck it. At least you got to experience being alive. And this is what got me smiling when I read the comments, because the survival knee-jerk reaction is quite sensibly, sure, don't be that open and honest, a woman will run for the hills. But then the post-red pill mind says, great, at least I know who's not for me. It's a liberating thought. This is what I love about red pill ideas, is you start to look at things from different perspectives. You start to realize where your reflexes were. And as you start self-actualizing, your brain starts to think like this. It's a liberating thing, guys. So yeah, I found my old self agreeing with many of your comments reflexively. But then the introspective mind said, hang on a minute. Am I that afraid to lose her compared to being 100% me? Think about that, gentlemen. Now, do what you like. I've already stated my case where I don't think life should be lived in complete safety. A lot of feeling alive exists in the good odds of rational risk, especially if you've assessed the terrain with a red pill mind and still want to go ahead, because there's something in you that's determined to do it with your eyes open. But I started to notice in myself, as I reflexively agreed with some of you guys, for the first split second, saying, yeah, of course, what do you expect when you open up to a woman right away and you reveal exactly who you are as a human being, as a man, more importantly? And then very quickly another voice came through and said, really? So what? Isn't it better to be honest with yourself than lie to her and yourself because you're afraid of losing her? Gentlemen, what I've been saying over and over again is what's helped me feel more alive and more secure as time goes on is shedding the fear of the world's expectations, and particularly the loss of the world's approval, which largely includes the female and the gynocentric axis under which it spins. Is it really worth not being who you are as much as you sanely, responsibly and rationally can, just because some female stranger won't return your calls for a second date? It's funny. This kind of realization is liberation masked as fear. Have a think about it anyway, gentlemen. It was something I pondered after reading some of your comments. And I'm not saying you're wholly wrong. I'm just saying visit your premise on some of your axioms and it might reveal something. Anyway, I'll catch you later.